Disclaimer, the following video you are about to watch is 100% original to Qaaman's land. I record the audio for him due to a very unfortunate car accident that he is currently recovering from. You can kindly show support for his content by watching this video, as it is still his original video idea and analysis, and I'm just the narrator. Thank you for supporting him in his time of need, and we hope you enjoy the video. Hey guys, it's Mike here from Laughingstock Media, and Qaaman believes it is filler time in Dragon Ball Super, but is filler a bad thing? Well, let's find out. Now let's firstly talk about the plot. The concept for Bulma building a time machine using materials isn't a bad idea, and the opening music was great and had a mysterious movie-esque feel to it. Also, reviving King Kai is completely pointless since it makes absolutely no difference at all. After all, he still gets to be the King Kai and he still is in the other world. It was interesting seeing 18 and Chi-Chi go shopping since we get the chance to see the social aspects of our characters and seeing them kind of, interested in what is going on in the world around them and caring about one another is really cool too. It was also interesting seeing Beerus and Whis, as always, causing a sense of uneasiness for the characters eating unique Earth foods such as crab. It's also cool how everyone wants to use the Dragon Balls for their own reasons. And it was somewhat flattering that they used the wish from Shenron to heal Pan's fever, but the real climax in all of this is when Goku went to get the crystal for the time machine and Beerus crushes it, destroying it and essentially Bulma's entire plot of creating a time machine in the first place. Now, Shenron's reaction was hilarious, as it seemed like he needed to use the bathroom, and of course King Kai stays dead as usual, keeping the story the exact same way as it was before, showing the true mark of filler. Now, moving on to the action, there really was none except for when 18 flicked away Oolong, which was really funny. I mean, always seeing 18 inflicting damage upon, some of the funnier comedic characters like Oolong and Master Roshi is always a lot of fun to observe. As for interesting details, Oolong was shown flying like a bat, which is an interesting nod taken from Dragon Ball, as he and Puar would often transform into different things, such as the bat. And additionally, Roshi was shown flying on a spinning turtle, which is again a flashback to Dragon Ball, in which he rode on Gamera, which was a flying spinning turtle from that series. Just one of the many ways that he uses to get around. And it was cool how Super reanimated the old sequence from Dragon Ball where Oolong wished for hot women's panties, so to speak, basically thwarting Pilaf's plan to wish for world dominance by wishing for something like that. And Pilaf must have an incredible endurance to survive being hurt so bad 4 times in the episode. After all, even Gohan stomped the guy into the ground and he just kept coming back. He's just like the Mr. Satan of Dragon Ball, I suppose, but coming into Dragon Ball Super as well. Roshi mentions how an old man with a bit of time left needs a wish too, but if you analyze Dragon Ball, it's implied that he is immortal because of an immortal phoenix. Now let's get into some of these memorable moments while we're at it. When Bulma made everyone's wish come true like a boss, that was a pretty awesome moment. This included giving 18 money and stating Krillin really wouldn't need anything because he already has 18 and Marin with him. Also, getting 18 to knock away Oolong was a great wish, as well as bribing some girls to satisfy Roshi. Or, for satisfy, I guess having him pass out on their laps is kind of their way of satisfying him in some ways. And making Goten and Trunks realize they really didn't want anything specific, as well as Bulma threatening Shenron to wait longer because of the threat of Beerus, and the whole situation with Shenron, Beerus, and Bulma was really funny in this episode. Now, getting into our key discussion, what do you guys think of Goku needing a suit to go into the Earth's core? Personally, it's hard to believe considering Goku can shield himself with ki, especially since Beerus and Whis were perfectly fine going into it, even if you want to say that Goku was weaker than them. So let us know your thoughts about that down below. So overall, this episode was an episode that did absolutely nothing to advance the plot, but it was fun seeing the characters interact and had the same humor, especially when Bulma was making everyone's wish come true. Because of this, Qaaman is going to give this episode 3 stars. As for Qaaman's predictions for episode 69 of Dragon Ball Super, as reported before, it seems like Trunks has aged. We see the pump from Dr. Slump and we see Aurelie. I predict that this episode will certainly give us some insight into how strong Aurelie is, and also how the other characters from Dr. Slump have lived their lives since we last saw them in the Dragon Ball crossover. Although we did also see Aurelie in Dragon Ball Super in a very brief cameo, some episodes back. So overall, I feel that Qaaman and myself agree it was kind of an average, middling, 3-star, episode of Dragon Ball Super. Now, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel so you can support Qaaman and his videos to come in the future. Throughout this coming month, Qaaman is going to have different people on his channel who will be making content for him, but it's all going to be in his own words, with his own beliefs and his own theories. So certainly, if you're a fan of Qaaman, make sure to stick around, because there is going to be a lot more to come in the future. But thank you guys for watching, and as I always say, stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.
And you better subscribe!